I'm Mike. I'm CEO of 911 Website Repair, where we've repaired over 25,000 websites over the year. We specialize in any operating system and anything built in PHP. One of the most common issues that we find is the lack of the use of Google Webmaster Tools. This is not to be confused with Google Analytics. Google Webmaster Tools is provided by Google to control your search engine indexing and, most important, how Google sees your website. There are several steps to doing this. It's very easy, it's free, and you can register it for using any email, especially a Gmail account. There are a couple skills that are involved in setting it up. The first step would be verifying that you own your website. The next is, and this is the most common mistake made, is you need to enter your website for all the flavors, HTTP, HTTPS, and both versions for non-www and www. This is so that Google knows which version of your website's URL to concentrate on. Make sure you have 4 versions for every one. We only concentrate on several of the functionalities of Google Webmaster Tools. Most important would be your sitemap. Yes, Google will get your sitemap from a link on your page, which generally you want on the bottom footer, and you want an XML format for Google. You submit that through Google Webmaster Tools, and it'll give you a report once it's crawled it of how much it crawled, what failed, and what the status is of this sitemap. The next most important function of Google Webmaster Tools is getting it set up so that Google can actually see your site. There is a function called Fetch and Render. You enter your URL, you click Fetch, and it'll come back with a report. And it'll show what you see for your website on one side and what Google sees on the other side, an actual graphical layout. And you'll be amazed at what Google is missing and how much content Google is missing. So they actually give you a list of URLs that you need to unblock. You do this in the robot text setup. You add these with the allow command in your robot text. You tell Google to see your robot text, save it, and then you go back and you do the fetch and render over again until your website can be completely seen by Google. But even more important than this, let's say in the future you get hacked, and then you see this site may contain malware on your website listing in Google. The only way you can remove that is to submit that to Google Security, which is part of Google Webmaster Tools. So many people come back and their websites are fine, they're clean, but they have this warning and they can't figure out how to get rid of it. You need a Google Webmaster Tools account. It is the traffic cop for Google, and if you don't have one, don't understand it, or want to learn more about it, call me. My name is Mike, 860-294-2444, 911 Website Repair. Thank you.